Alright, so today's lesson, let's go ahead and go over our rules here. Our rules are KCF, okay, and what these stand for is the K stands for keep, and that's our first fraction. Oops. Alright, so that's the first fraction. You're going to keep the first fraction exactly how it is. Okay. Then we're going to change our symbol to multiplication. Okay, so it's no longer going to be a division sentence, it's going to be a multiplication sentence. And then lastly, to our fraction, we're going to flip. So that's the second fraction. We're going to flip our second fraction, meaning that we're going to take our numerator and denominator and we're going to switch them. So I'm going to put N over here and D for denominator, put some arrows here. So we're going to just be flip-flopping them. Okay. Alright, and then after we've done that, now that we have a multiplication sentence with two fractions, we're going to go ahead and just multiply straight across, just like we do with our regular multiplication rules. Okay? Alright, so let's go ahead and try a couple for an example here. Alright. So number one, we have negative 2/3 divided by 1/5. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my first fraction, so negative 2/3. Then my division symbol is going to turn to a multiplication symbol. That's my change. And then my second fraction is going to go ahead and get flipped, meaning my 5, which is in the denominator, is going to get changed to the numerator. And then my 1 that's in the numerator is going to get switched to the denominator. So now I have negative 2/3 times 5 over 1. Then I go ahead and multiply across. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 1 is 3. And it is a negative because it's a negative times a positive. I can go ahead and simplify this now. 3 goes into 10 3 times with 1 left over. So my answer is negative 3 1/3. Alright, number 2. Alright, I do have, with mixed numbers here, dividing. Same thing goes for division. I actually want to change these into improper fractions first. So I'm going to do that first. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, so 13 over 3. Okay, and this gets changed to multiplication. Then I have my 2.5, which is going to be 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1, so that's 5/2. That gets flipped, which then gets turned into 2/5. 13 times 2 is 26. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 goes into 26 once with 11 left over. So 1 11/15. Alright, take a look at number 3. We have negative 4 4/5. So I want to turn that into an improper fraction. So 4 times 5 is 20 plus 4, 24. So 24/5. Include my negative symbol there. Change my division symbol to a multiplication. And then we're going to flip this now, so it's going to be negative 7/6. I have a negative times a negative, so my answer is going to be positive. 24 times 7 is 168. And then 5 times 6 is 30. 30 goes into this 5 times with 18 left over, 30. And this can get simplified as well to 5 6/10, which can go down even more to 5 3/5 is my final answer. Alright, number 4, negative 2 divided by 1/3. So just like with multiplication here, I can make a whole number into a fraction by going ahead and putting my denominator in there as 1. So now I have negative 2 over 1 times, because I'm changing it, and then I'll flip this one to 3 over 1. Multiply across, negative 6 over 1, which is equal to negative 6. Alright, so now it's your turn to go ahead and try. You've got 5 problems there for you to do. Remember your rule of keep, change, flip. And any mixed number you see, make sure you turn into a improper fraction before you do your rolls. Alright, number 1 should have had -10. Number 2 should have had 4 4/9. Number 3, 1/10. Number 4, -35/44. And then for number 5, you should have gotten an answer of 7. Alright, that's how many scarves can be made from one roll.